Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1978 New York Yankees baseball here on April 25th. The Yankees traveled down I-95 to take on the Orioles. And let's take a look at the starting lineup for the New York Yankees. Leading off, playing second base, Willie Randolph. Batting second, playing center field, is Mickey Rivers. Batting third, doing the catching's Thurman Munson. Batting fourth, playing right field, Reggie Jackson. Batting fifth, playing first base, is Chris Chambliss. Batting sixth, playing third base, is Greg Nettles. Batting seventh, playing left field, is Roy Smith. Batting eighth, doing the DH, is Jim Spencer. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Bucky Dent. And today we're going to have the Battle of the Gym. And pitching for the Yankees is Jim Beattie. And let's take a look at the hometown Baltimore Orioles starting lineup. Leading off, playing left field, is Al Bunbury. Batting second, playing center field, is Larry Harlow. Batting third, playing right field, is Ken Singleton. Batting fourth, playing first base, is Eddie Murray. Batting fifth, doing the DH, is Lee May. Batting sixth, playing third base, Doug DeCinces. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Billy Smith. Batting eighth, doing the catching, is Rick Dempsey. Batting ninth, playing shortstop, is Mark Belanger. And like I said, the Battle of the Gym. We got Jim Palmer on the mound for the Orioles. Let's get down here to the game and get this started, folks. Excuse me. Leading off for the Yankees is Willie Randolph, off to an excellent start, batting .369. He's got a homer and 7 RBIs. Going up against Jim Palmer. This is Palmer's third start. He's 1-1 with a .5 ERA. And here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strikeout number 1 for Palmer. So Palmer strikes off Randolph to get this game going. So 1 out now for Mickey Rivers. And Mickey steps up to the plate, batting .265. He's got a homer and 11 RBIs. And here's the pitch to Rivers. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the game for Palmer. He's off to a good start. And here comes the captain, Thurman Munson, batting .373. He's got 2 homers and 12 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Billy Smith up with it over to Murray, and that'll be a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the second. Yankees, nothing. Orioles coming to bat, Bunbury, Harlow, and Singleton. Al Bunbury's batting a .96. He's got no homers and 5 RBIs. He's going up against Jim Beattie. This is his first game of the year, first start. And here's the first pitch to Al Bunbury. And Al Bunbury squares this one up against Jim Beattie. And that's going to be a base hit and beats out an infield hit. So Al's aboard here with a single. Let's see how long Al Bunbury will stay put at first. You know, Earl Weaver ain't much in the stolen bases. And that'll bring up Larry Harlow, batting .314 with no homers and no RBIs. And he squares this one up, and Jim is off to a bad start here for the Yanks. And that ball is going to be high. That ball is, he's got a G. This is a second here, and let's make sure. Against the righty, he's going to keep him at an 8. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is gone, folks. He's got a G, not an H. Yep. Home run, Larry Harlow. And just like that, Orioles are up 2-0. And still nobody out. That brings up King Singleton here. And Singleton's batting .344. No homers and 3 RBIs. And finally a swing and a miss. So Jim settles down, gets the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Eddie Murray. He'll be batting from the left side, batting .333. 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Randolph. That'll be out number 2. And that'll bring up Lee May. And May is batting .250. He's got 2 homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a strikeout. So he strikes out 2 out of the 3 outs. But he gives up the 2-run homer to Larry Harlow. And the Yankees are trailing 2-0 as we go to the top of the second. We got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up here. Reggie off to an awesome start. .390, 9 homers, 20 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Jackson. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Sensei over to Murray for out number 1. And here comes Chris Chambliss up now. See if Chambliss can get a 1-out rally started here for the Yankees. And Chambliss is batting .361, 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 56 on a 41. And that'll be a ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Can Chambliss take advantage of it? And no, another ground ball down to the Sensei and another out. 2 ground balls to third and 2 outs here in the second. And that'll bring out Mr. Greg Nettles now. See if Nettles can get a 2-out rally going since Chambliss couldn't get it done. And Greg is batting .321, 3 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be another rare play, a 56 on a 39. And foul ball, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 count to Nettles. And that'll be a base on balls. Greg gets the board here with 2 outs. So Nettles down at first for Rory White, Yankees first base runner of the game. And let's see, as this game's starting to lag again. Be darned. Here we go. And Roy's batting .314. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. The Yankees leave 1. We go to the bottom of the second. You got the Sensei, Dempsey, and Smith due up for the Orioles. See if Jim Beattie can settle down after the home run in the first. Did settle down and strike 2 out of the 3 batters out. The Sensei's only batting a .86, no homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to his counterpart at third. Nettles up with it. Fires over to Chambliss for out number 1. And that'll bring up Rick Dempsey now. See if Dempsey can get a board here for the Orioles. Wait a second here. So Smith, sorry about that. Smith's up now. Billy Smith batting 4 for pitch to Billy. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And Chambliss will take it himself. Step on the bag. And that'll be out number 2. So now we got Dempsey up now. And let's see here. And Dempsey's batting .222 on the year. He's got a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. It'll be the 3rd strikeout for Jim. We go to the top of the 3rd. We got Spencer. And back to the top of the order in Randolph for the Yankees here in the 3rd. Still trailing by 2. Spencer's batting .375. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ken Singleton in right for out number 1. And that brings up Bucky Dent now. Bucky's off to a good start to the year. See if he can keep it up. Bucky's batting .339 with a homer and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty at 20. And that's going to be a nice play out in left field by Apba. He takes a base hit away from Bucky Dent. So now there's 2 outs, and back to the top of the order we go, and Willie Randolph. Willie struck out his first time up against Palmer. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be another strikeout. Jim's got his numbers so far today. So the Yankees go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. We got Belanger. Order turns over and back to the top we go, and Bunbury and Harlow. Belanger's batting .245, no homers and 4 RBIs. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll be Jim Beattie's 4th strikeout of the game. Back to the top of the order we go now. Bunbury, he singled and came around to scoring the home run by Harlow. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Bucky at short. And Bucky's up with it, fires across the diamond to Chambliss for out number 2. And that'll bring up Miss Harlow. Larry is 1 for 1 with that 2-run homer, folks. And that'll be a fly ball. No, that'll be a swing and a miss. Strikes him out. So that'll be a 1, 2, 3 inning for the Orioles. So we go to the top of the 5th. We got Rivers, Munson, and Jackson due up here. Mickey struck out his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down to Murray. He takes it himself, steps on the bag for out number 1. And that brings up Thurman Munson now. See what Thurman can do. He grounded out the second his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the second again. And Billy's up with it and fires over the Murray. 2 ground balls the second. 2 times they've gotten Munson out. So it's up to Reggie to do something here in the 4th. Reggie grounded out the third his first time up. And that'll be a base on balls. Palmer doesn't want to mess with Reggie. So that's only the second base runner of the game for the Yanks. Chambliss is up now with a run on first. When swinging the bat and tie it up, he grounded out the DeSensei his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the second, down the first. He'll go the easy way over to Palmer covering. And that'll end the inning, folks. And the Yankees strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 2-0 Orioles. You got Singleton, Murray, and May due up here. Singleton struck out his first time up. And that'll be a base on balls. So they walk the leadoff batter here. That'll bring up Eddie Murray. And Eddie, he grounded out the second his last time up. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 6th strikeout for Jim. Brings up Lee May now with 1 out and a runner down at first. May struck out his first time up. And that's back-to-back strikeouts again. He's got Murray and May's number as Aaron Reed joins us here today. And DeSensei, he grounded out to his counterpart. Nettles at third his last time up. And that'll be a fly ball in the center field. Rivers has got it. And after the leadoff walk, 1, 2, 3, we go to the top of the 5th. It's still 2-0 Baltimore. Got the Nettles, White, and Spencer due up here for the Yanks. Greg walked his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down to his counterpart, DeSensei. DeSensei's up with it, fires across the diamond to Murray for out number 1. And Roy Wright steps to the plate. He struck out his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down to Belanger. And Belanger's got it with no problems over to first. And that'll be 2 up and 2 down. It's up to Mr. Spencer to do something here in the 5th. And Jim flew out the right field his first time up. And Jim Spencer gets the best of Jim Palmer and walks on down to first. So we got a 2-out walk. That's the third walk given up by Palmer. That brings up Bucky Dent. Can he make him pay for it? He's 0 for 1, flew out the left. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, and that'll be his 5th strikeout. And again, the Yankees strand 1. We go to the 5th. We got Smith, Dempsey, and Belanger. The bottom part of the order due up in the bottom of the 5th. And Billy grounded out the first, his first time up. And he gets a hold of this one, though, off of Jim. And that ball is hit well into left field. And they're chasing after it, and he's headed for third. And Smith's in there with a leadoff triple. The Yankees are going to have to bring the infield in here, folks. They haven't been able to get to Palmer at all. So the leadoff batter down at third. And Dempsey's up here. Can they keep him down at third? Dempsey struck out. Jim will take that again. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. Actually, that's going to be a foul out down the third. Runner will hold in the foul territory. Near the dugout, he makes the catch. For out number 1, a big out. Here comes Belanger up now. The infield still in. Belanger struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second with the infield in. A 56 on an 8. 56 on an 8. That'll be fielding column number 2. And they get the runner going home. Willie, ball hit right to him, fires home. Tag made by Munson. They get him. So now you got Belanger down at first for Bummery. Nice play down there by Willie Randolph. Keeps this a 2-0 ball game. Al Bummery's up. He's 1 for 2, singled and grounded out the short. And he gets a hold of this, folks. This might add to the lead here. Belanger's got good speed down at first. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And Belanger should score easy. Jackson does have a good arm. Let's see here. But I think he still scores easy, but we'll make sure. With 2 outs, that'll be a 52 minus the 33 plus the 17. Yeah, he'll score with no throw. So that makes it 3-0 Baltimore. As Bummery's down at second now with 2 outs for Larry Harlow. Harlow homered his first time up and struck out. Here's the pitch to Larry. And that'll be a 40. Wild pitch. If pitcher's a wild pitch 0, use rare play. He's not. So that's a wild pitch. And Belanger didn't score the last time. We'll hold on here. Got to get Belanger to score. And now get Bummery down at third with 2 outs. Alrighty, that takes care of that. And then the wild pitch. Gets him down the third with a 1-0 count to Larry. And here's the 1-0 count. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. He fires over the first for out number 3. But the Orioles score 1, make it 3-0. We go to the 6th inning. We got the top of the order due up here. Yankees need to get something going against Palmer. Willie's 0 for 2. He struck out twice trying to avoid the hat trick. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. He doesn't strike out, but he doesn't get aboard like the Yankees need 1 out. Yankees need some base runners. Here's Mickey Rivers. And Mick is struck out and grounded out the first. And that'll be a fly ball out the center field. Larry's out there today. Makes the catch, hits it to his counterpart. And now comes Thurman Munson. Can he get a 2-out rally going here? Thurman's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice to second. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 3-0 Baltimore. We got Singleton, Murray, and May due up here against Jim. And Singleton struck out and walked. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. And that is Jim Beattie's 8th strikeout of the game. That'll bring up Eddie Murray now. He struck out and grounded out the second. And that's back-to-back strikeouts again. He's got Murray. And here comes Lee May. And if memory serves me correct, May struck out twice. Yes, he has. Can he strike out the side and strike Lee May out for the 3rd time, folks? No, he makes contact, flies out to Roy White in left field. Orioles go down 1, 2, 3. To the 7th inning we go. We got Jackson, Chambliss, and Nettles due up there against Palmer. And Reggie's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's grounded out the 3rd. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3 on Jackson. And here comes Chris Chambliss up now. Chambliss is 0 for 2, 2 ground outs, the 3rd and the 1st. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And that'll be out number 2. I don't know if Aaron's looking up at that scoreboard, but there's a 0 in a certain spot up there for Palmer. And here comes Greg Nettles. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and grounded out the 3rd. And that's going to be against a righty. Knock him down to a 12. And that's going to be the first base hit of the ball game, folks. Greg Nettles gets aboard here. There goes the no-no. Shouldn't have said nothing. I was thinking I was going to get my first no-hitter, even though it's going to be against the Yankees. Now I need the Yankees to come back here. So the first hit of the ball game, Greg Nettles, 2 outs. Goes the other way in the left field for a base hit. Now Roy White's up. He struck out and grounded out the short. And that could be another base hit, an 18. That's going to make him a 16. Nope, that is going to be a swing and a miss. Nope, that's going to be a pop-up down the 3rd, out in shallow right field. That'll end the inning, but Nettles gets on board with a hit and breaks up the no-hitter. To the 7th inning stretch we go. Beattie starts getting tired now, I believe. Let's check that out. 1 second here, folks. So we check that out. Q4. So that's going to be. We'll let him pitch this inning here. And that'll probably be it for Jim. So he's got the Sensei, Smith, and Dempsey up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. Nice play by Nettles for out number 1. And that'll bring up Billy Smith. He's tripled in this game and grounded out the 1st. And that's going to be a 36 on a 66. And that's going to be in the left field. White's a 2 out there. And a 61. That'll make him a fielding 1. That's going to be a single and 2nd on the air. So Smith singles. And that'll be an E7. And he'll get down the 2nd. Now with 1 out. That brings up Dempsey now. And Dempsey is 0 for 2, struck out and popped up the 3rd. And that'll be a ground ball down the first. Make sure here. I'll make him a 7, a 5. Yeah, that'll be a ground ball down the first. And an 11, that'll be a pop up the runner a hold. Was that in foul territory? Yes, it was. Fouled out down the first. So 2 down now for Mark Belanger. And Mark is 0 for 2. Struck out, reached on the fielder's choice, and then come around to score. And that'll be a swing and a miss, I believe. Nope, that'll be a pop up down the second in the shallow right field, and that'll end the inning. We go to the 8th. The Yankees trailing by 3. Bottom part of the order due up here. Spencer, Dent, and then back to the top with Willie. Spencer is 0 for 1. He's walked and ground and flew out the right. And that'll be a ground ball down the second. Easy play for Smith. And that'll be out number 1. Up steps Bucky Dent. And Bucky is 0 for 2. Flew out and struck out. And that'll be another ground ball. This one is down the third. And the Sensei's up with it. 2 down. It's up to Willie Randolph. It's getting laid here quickly. And Willie is 0 for 3. Struck out twice, grounded out the third. And that might be a base hit. 6 against a 11. And that'll be a base hit in the left field. So now again with 2 outs, Willie Randolph's aboard with the second hit of the game. Can the Yankees do a 2-out rally here, folks, in the 8th? You got Mickey Rivers up. He's 0 for 3. Struck out once, grounded the first, and flew out the center. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. He'll go the long way over to first, and that'll end the inning. And the Yankees strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Got the top of the order due up, and that'll be it for Mr. Jim Beattie. See who's going to come out here and pitch. For the Yankees try to keep this a 3-0 ball game. Yankees bats have all of a sudden gone cold there, and he scored 1 run against Scotty McGuire. Now none against Palmer. Let's see here. Clay hasn't pitched in a while, so Ken Clay will come out here to pitch. Try to keep us a 3-run game. Like I say, Clay will be facing the top of the order, and Bumry, Harlow, and Singleton. This is Clay's 5th game. He's 1-0 with a 4 ERA. Bumry is 2 for 3 with a double and came around the score in the first one, the Harlow home run. And that'll be hit out to, I think, right field. No, out to left field. White's already had 1 error in this game, a 33 and a 2. That'll be fielding column 2. And that'll be a single in the left. Roy can't get to it. Takes it on the short bounce. So Bumry's aboard here with no outs. Leadoff runner on. And here comes Larry Harlow, 1 for 3 with that 2-run homer. And that'll be an 8 against a 5 pitcher. And that'll be a base hit in the left field, and Bunbury will stop at second. Again, White can't quite get to these balls. They're dropping in front of him. So first and second now, and Ken Clay not looking like the answer here for the Yankees. Ken Singleton's up. He's 0 for 2. He's walked and struck out twice. And that'll be a fly ball out the left field. Roy makes the catch this time. Gets to it for out number 1. Bunbury will stay put at third. And that'll bring up Eddie Murray. He's 0 for 3. Struck out twice and grounded out the second. And that'll be a pop up in the foul territory. And Munson will make the catch. We're out number 2. A big out there. Ken Clay get out of this mess with nobody scoring. It's 2 outs and Lee Mays up now. And Lee is 0 for 3. Struck out twice and flew out the left. And that's going to be an 18. That's going to be hit down the short. Dent's a 9, a 52 and a 9. And that is barely column number 1. And nice play down there by Bucky Dent. Dives, makes the play, fires over to first, and that'll end the inning. Clay gives up the first 2 batters, gets them on base with singles to left, but pitches around it, keeps it a 3-run game. We go to the 9th, needing the Yankees to get some base runners here, folks. They've gotten 2 hits and 3 walks against Palmer. Thurman Munson is 0 for 3, grounded out the second twice and struck out. Can the captain deliver here? And that's a fly ball out to Harlow in center field for out number 1. It's up to Reggie Jackson to get a 1-out rally started here. Reggie is 0 for 2. He does have one of the walks. He's grounded out the third and struck out. And that'll be another ground ball. And another ground ball down the third. The Sensei's up with it. Yankees down to their last out. It's up to Chris Chambliss to keep this game alive. Chambliss is 0 for 3, grounded out to third and first and flew out to center. And that'll be a base on balls. The Yankees will take it. They need base runners. Chambliss down at first. And here's one of the guys that's gotten a hit against Palmer. Greg Nettles got the first hit of the game. Break up the no-hitter in the 7th. He's walked, grounded out to DeSensei and singled. So Nettles is having a decent game. Can he keep it up? And that's going to be another base on balls. And all of a sudden, the wheels are coming off the cart for Palmer. The tying run comes to the plate, and Roy White. And they're going to let Palmer try to close this game out, folks. He's got a 2-hit shutout. Earl goes out to talk to him. Palmer says his arm's dead, and Earl tells him to suck it up, Buttercup. Finish this fucking game. Stop making me smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. Roy is 0 for 3. Struck out, grounded out to short, and popped up to third. And that against a righty will make him an 18 against a 9. And nice play down at second base by Billy Smith. A line drive shot. White hit it right on the button, but Smith makes the catch and ends the ball game, folks. Yankees lose 3-0. Like I say, the Yankees have only scored 1 run in the last. The other game went 13 innings, I believe. We'll look here. 1 run in 14 innings. The bats have went cold here in Baltimore. Take a look here at the box score. Jim Palmer pitched a masterful game here. The Yankees, no runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. The Orioles, 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The only Yankee to talk about at the bat was Nettles, 1 for 2, and he walked twice. Yankees were 0 for 1. The only time they had a runner in scoring position was there in the 9th. Left 7 men on base. Al Bunbury was 3 for 4. Harlow had a big game, 2 for 4 with the 2-run homer. And then Billy Smith Did it at the plate and in the field. 2 for 3. The Orioles were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on. And Beattie, hard luck loser, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, walked 1, struck out 9, gave up the big home run. That was his only bad pitch, really. Clay comes in, had a shaky 8th inning, but got the job done. 2 hits and didn't let anybody score. But the story of the game's Jim Palmer going to 2-1, a 2-hit shutout, folks, with 5 walks and 7 strikeouts. Let's get rid of that off the screen here. And let's do some fast play here. We got the Mariners taking on the Angels out in California. And the Angels win. Mariners 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors. The Angels 3 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And Don Baylor 1 for 4 with a homer and 2 RBIs. We go to the Windy City to see the Tigers take on the White Sox. And what's happened here? White Sox left 16 runners on base and lose this game 5-4. Win this game 5-4, so it didn't cost them. The Tigers 4 runs, 12 hits, and an error, and the White Sox 5 runs, 18 hits, and 1 error. And old Bobby Bonds goes 3 for 6 with 3 RBIs. Then you got the Red Sox taking on the Brew Crew in Milwaukee. What made Milwaukee famous is it made a fool out of me. Let's see if that what happens to the Red Sox here. And no, the Red Sox win a close one. 3 runs, 12 hits, and 2 errors. Brew Crew, 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors. Freddie Lynn 2 for 3 with a solo homer. Then you got the Twins taking on the A's out in Oakland. And the Twins win 4-1. A's had 4 errors. I wonder about how many runs was on there. And let's take a look at the box score here. How many unearned runs did they score? Only 1 earned run, so the errors definitely cost them, folks. The Twins 4 runs, 10 hits, and 1 error, and the A's 1 run, 3 hits, and 4 costly errors. And then we got a double hitter here with the A's and the Twins. See if the A's can bounce back here and split this double header. And the A's bounce back and win this game. The Twins 2 runs, 12 hits, and no errors. The A's 4 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. And then we got the Kansas City Royals playing the Texas Rangers. See what happens out here in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. And the Rangers win a close one. The Royals 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. The Rangers 4 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. And somehow Jim Sundberg was 0 for 3 with 2 RBIs. We got to check that out. I'm assuming he had 2 sacrifice flies. See here. Go to the scorecard. And Jim got a ground ball to second and a ground ball to third. I mean, the short to get his 2 RBIs. And then the last game in the American League is the Indians traveling up to Toronto to take on the Blue Jays. This will be the last game here in the American League on the 25th. And man, a lot of runs, a lot of hits. Let's see what this is. Indians had 24 hits. The Indians had 4 errors. The Blue Jays had 4 errors. The Indians had 19 hits. So hits and errors was the story of this game, folks. The Indians 13 runs on 24 hits, 4 errors. The Blue Jays 12 runs on 14 hits and 4 errors. Let's take a look at this crazy box score. What a look at that. Look at that third inning for Cleveland. Started off with a single, sacrifice bunt, a base on balls, a single, a 3-run homer, a single, base on balls, another 3-run homer. Crazy, folks, crazy. 6 runs in that third inning. How many home runs is hit in this game? 1, 2, 3. Look at that ninth inning when they came back. Well, that game went 13 innings, folks. Indians had to score 4 runs in the ninth, and then the Blue Jays came back and scored 2 to tie it. That is a crazy ass game. Let's look at the Blue Jays here. Do they have any real big innings? They had a big first inning, scored 6. Started off with a line drive out, then a walk, out line drive out. Then you had a single, a base on balls, a single, a hit by pitch, a 2-run double, a walk, and a wild pitch. Crazy. Walks is what. Look at that. How many walks did? Let's go back here to the box score. How many walks did the Blue Jays pitchers give up here, folks? 8 walks. 8 walks. 9 walks given up by the Indians pitchers. Darn. Geez, you Pete's. That's 23 batters aboard with hits and walks. And that was 32. Crazy game. No pitching in that game compared to the Orioles and Yankee game. Take a look here at the standings real quick. And the Yankees on a 3-game losing streak, but so's the Tigers. So they're 2 games up on the Tigers and the Red Sox. Minnesota is 5.5 games up on Kansas City. And Dwayne Kuiper is leading the American League with a .429 batting average. Reggie with his 9 home runs and 20 RBIs. Palmer lowered his ERA to .33. And you got 2 guys with 4 wins. And you got 3 guys with 4 saves. Leading the American League. Reggie's leading in the MVP voting. And both Paul and Dave tied for the Cy Young. Alrighty, I want to thank Aaron Reed for stopping by. And I think the next game we're going to do on the channel is the Bats. And that's going to be between the St. Louis Cardinals and the New York Giants. I believe that's the next game up here for the Bats. And it is. Until next time, you all have a great afternoon. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and on your way out of Baltimore, hit that like button and leave a comment. Till next time, you all have a great afternoon and take care.